Okay. That was good. What happened to you today at the Trump
Oh,
rally? If you're willing to talk about it, I have a couple more questions. I
yes,
don't want to
the
do it
Trump
all on
rally.
that. I'm not about, drone in on the drama, but
Yeah, the drama, the
you,
Trump rally
you
drama.
both went to a Trump rally, and
Yes, we did.
many people were cordial and easy to get along with.
Very
And the
much
two of
for
you
the
said,
most part.
yeah. And the two of you said, hey, we're libertarian principles, libertarian principles.
Yes, we did.
And a lot of people were cool with that. But there were some Trump supporters who were, that wasn't good enough, I think was the expression. Right?
Yeah.
Whatever you're willing to share, what was your experience today that the two of you had with some, not all,
Before I start on that, that's a great question. Before I start on that, I want to say our libertarian values do not represent the fight in for I Am SAC Foundation or the views.
Yeah,
I Am SAC
do all your
Foundation.
disclaimers.
Yeah.
Get them all done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, our fight on the front line when it comes to political action does not represent
Right.
our foundations in any way, shape, or form. What I do as a libertarian is what I do on my own time, my own leisure. I am a libertarian before anything. Besides the Stefan Clark, besides my Christian values, besides my family and love and all that, I'm a libertarian. I believe more freedom less government. Um, I believe in accountability, and that's my disclaimer. Everybody love everybody, and then okay.
Okay. Disclaimed. What happened in your words? What did you see where you were in the middle of a crowd? I think we were on the opposite side of the crowd, and we saw like 60 CHP officers in urban street gear
Yeah.
walk off in a military column, and I think it was where you two were at. What happened? What was the reaction that you had from, again, not all Trump supporters, only some?
Exactly. Well, we just went over to this area where the police were lined up. It was off of one of the streets near the Capitol. And we just saw a lot of commotion and was wondering, of course, what's the buzz all about. But mainly because of the police presence. They positioned themselves between what I guess were Black Lives Matter, Antifa protesters or whatever, counter protesters to the Trump supporters that were there as well. So the police were positioned to face both groups and kind of had an area between them. We didn't realize this, so we just started walking, and one officer got in Stevante's face and pretty much was using foul language and being disrespectful and speaking in ways that you wouldn't hope that a officer in uniform would speak to a tax-paying member of society. So yeah, and Stevante has some choice words with the man. And another police officer stepped in, and I was explaining to him, and there were some guys behind us that were Trump supporters, and he stepped in, I guess, to correct our language towards the police officer or whatever the case. Because one of them, the lady cops, stepped up, she knew who he was, and she was like, Stevante, calm down or whatever. And they actually switched places with the cop or whatever. And yeah, pretty much this guy didn't like what he was saying to the police officer and said, you need to respect him, and, was trying to, again, correct his language and behavior. And this is a grown man that you're speaking to. So, of course, he's going to defend himself. And he was letting him know, hey, I'm not going to allow this cop who's a public servant to speak to me that way. And I echoed that by saying, we're all taxpayers. We pay their salaries to behave a certain way, and they shouldn't be disrespectful to us no matter what. and you guys are on the wrong side. I'm like, well, I thought this was the side of freedom and liberty and justice for all, you know? Yeah, well, you guys are racist. They were looking for something to make us feel like we didn't belong. And I said, well, actually, we're here with the Recall Newsom team. Well, I support that. I'm like, okay, so that's actually why we're here on this side.
Not me, though. That's why he was there.
That's why I was there. So,
that was a Trump supporter or the officer?
It was a Trump supporter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And these were two younger guys. And
stupid airheads.
Yeah, you could just tell they were just pent up on testosterone.
All their people came and apologized to us. We're sorry,
whatever
Mr.
the case
Clark.
may be. The anger that's being perpetuated by this mainstream media machine, and this right-left duopoly that's divided us as a nation.
Yeah, so he came cussing us out.
Yeah, he came cussing us out. Told him, hey, we're on the same side. Calm down. Did my best to kind of, reduce his tension.
Yeah.
And the older guy came over, and I was speaking with him, and I was having actual a better conversation with him.
The other cop. Remember the other cop came?
Yeah, and actually another police officer came because once they kind of saw us, bless you, having this exchange with these gentlemen, they came up with bicycles and created a separating barrier between us and them. And one of the police officers, he was really friendly, he was giving us hugs and, showing them that, hey, these are actually cool guys.
He walked up and gave me a hug, literally.
Yeah. So, and then the guy was confused because one moment he sees us, chewing out a cop's ass and shit for acting a fool. And then this cop is being friendly to us and, pretty much making us, letting it be known that we were welcome and we were in good company, and he's like, man, this is good energy. You want to get rid of the bad energy. And this is a cop actually saying this.
Yeah, that was I think the CHP Capitol Guard.
Yeah.
No, it's SAC PD.
SAC PD, yeah.
Yeah, I know the cop. It was one of my partners. That's why when he came up, he gave me a hug and I was like, hey, my guy. Man, look. Friend, something happened.
Yeah, and if we can build that rapport, that relationship with, again, people that we feel like we pay to protect us as people of the community, it could be much better than what it is now. But they're demanding that we be submissive and respecting authority when respect is earned. It's not given.
Speak on it.
And if these are people that we employ, they need to prove to us why they are worthy of that respect. He definitely proved it today. The majority of the officers out there proved it today because they were able to keep their cool and keep the cool between both parties, and everybody went home happy. You had a few skirmishes here and there, but for the most part, they all did their job with respect to their badge and their oath of office, which is to protect and serve the people of this community.
That part.
So we have more great examples in law enforcement. It's sad when you have those bad apples get exploited by the media. But what is the media machine? It's a tool of propaganda to have us sensationalize a story. We don't like hearing about puppies and, babies and happy stuff. We gravitate societally towards controversy and scandal and hate.
So if it bleeds, it leads.
Exactly. If it bleeds, it leads. And if our press machine is continuing to play on that part of who we are as a society, then it's really just a reflection of who we are and that energy that we're putting out there. And I had to tell the guy, I said, look, wouldn't it be great if the Black Lives Matter people came over here and actually sat down and talked to you guys?
I'm not no Black Lives Matter people, though.
I'm just saying, the ones that were on that side,
Let's get that out there.
Not where you are right now.
Yeah.
But we're out in the protests. And after the conversation that we had, he was like, man, I could kiss you. Because I gave him my card. I'm a candidate running for California governor, and I'm running as a Republican. Oh, wow. Now you want to bridge the gap. And it shouldn't come down to labels and a identifier of Republican or Democrat or conservative or liberal, whatever the case may be. Because at the end of the day, what matters most is what can we do for each other to unite each other.
They don't want to hear that shit.
Get rid of the problems that keep us separated, keep us from working
Let me
together.
tell you
as a
what
whole.
happened. Can I tell you my rendition?
Yes. And then I got two more questions after that.
This is probably
Okay.
more explicit.
Okay, so
I'd like to know exactly what they said if you're willing to say.
yeah. So look,
What exactly
So this what
did the
happened.
officer say?
this is what happened. Let me make sure we got us both on here. This is what happened. So we went to this goddamn rally. Goddamn trying to, get people informed and educated on the Libertarian Party, the third largest political party in the United States of America.
Yeah.
Okay? More freedom, less government.
Flyers in hand.
No, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you go there.
So we go out there and we are ready to bridge the gap, inform and educate, provide resources in healing space, commemorate life and legacy, receive recommendations from the people on how to prevent, how to grow, spread the gospel of love. We're there on a mission.
Yeah.
And the mission is to achieve the vision is get as many people on the right side of love as possible. That was the agenda that we went out there. Oh, my phone died. I had the charger, but we went out there and it was a clusterfuck.
Go on. What do you mean by that?
It was a clusterfuck of a situation. When what I'm saying by that is, I'm saying that if you could close your eyes and visualize passion without direction, you would see what I saw.
Right.
So everybody watching home, everybody watching this feed, if you close your eyes for 5 seconds and just visualize passion without direction, and look and just imagine how chaotic that looks. That's what we saw out there today. It was despicable. Lack of integrity.
Mm-hmm.
Integrity means doing what's right when nobody else is watching. People were being stupid out there. And I'm not disrespecting anyone. Stupid means you know better, but you do it anyway. Dumb means you don't know at all. That's why they have books called Public Speaking for Dummies. Mm-hmm. How to Ride a Bike for Dummies. Because they're dumb. You don't know at all. You're dumb. But a lot of people are being stupid because they know better. They know better than yelling and pepper spraying and bringing bear mace and threatening and terroristic threats resulting in death. And they know as adults, what is the message you're sending to our children?
Right.
What is the message you are sending to your children? That is okay? That is okay. That is how you get things done. That is how you bridge the gap. That is how you get community sustainability. That is how you improve the quality of life. That's how you talk about intellectual independence. That's how we get curriculum reform done. That's how we talk about bridging the gap between our law enforcement, our at-risk communities, so we can have those conversations on community policing. We aren't doing that because we're so busy yelling at each other.
Right. That's what you saw today with the Trump supporters.
It would not just the Trump supporters. We will not just say the Trump supporters. Because there were flyers out there telling people to come out there and counter-protest those supporters.
You saw it on both
so I seen it on websites. Mm-hmm. I seen flyers say, come out here in November, so-and-so, it'll be a counter-protest, da-da-da. And I said, that is so divisive. I said, that's like me throwing a rally, a Stephon Clark rally, and people make a flyer and say, we're going to do this. But if you don't stand with what I stand for, if you don't believe in what I believe in, there's a way of communicating that with me.
Sure.
You have the freedom of speech. This is America. You can do what you want to do. I believe that as well. But I believe once you start bringing in violence, you've crossed the line. I believe once you start assassinating a man's character, disrespecting a man in his face and trying to bring that person down, I believe you've created a fight. Even if the fight wasn't there, you just started a fight because you engaged in that divisive rhetoric. We have to learn how to come together. Everybody love everybody. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. John 15:12 in the Bible, since everybody's a Christian now. John 15:12 says, love each other as I've loved you. And if you skip down to John 15:18, the Bible says, if the world hates you for it, know that they hated me long before they ever hated you. So everybody love everybody, and if they hated God, then I know they're gonna hate me. If they talk about Jesus, I know they're gonna talk about me. We have to come together. what I seen today at the Capitol was not us coming together. I think the Trump supporters shouldn't have gave those people any attention if they came to counter protest.
Right.
I think the best way to deal with counter protesters is to ignore them.
Exactly.
Stick to the agenda, because the mission is to achieve the vision. And once we lose focus on the vision, it's easy to get steered off the mission. You see what I'm saying? We're looking for lifetime achievement goals.
Well, do you think that's possible? Clearly, people.
Yes.
You think things? You're saying things are very divisive, but you think people can come back together?
Yep. You need true leadership.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have true leadership. We've been, yes, if you're a true leader, you get killed, assassinated, ostracized. You get, our true leadership is bought out. True leadership is corrupted. We don't have true leadership anymore. We lack leadership in this country.
Let me be specific though. Then.
Obama failed.
I was going to go more current.
Yep, Obama got Trump elected.
Right.
And so
I'm gonna let Wildstar take it from there, because I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that.
Before you go, one last question before you go, I do want to ask about AB 390. But
yeah.
Hold on. Are you saying then though?
Hold on.
Biden and Harris aren't going to be able to provide the leadership you speak of?
I want to let Wildstar answer that first. I'm gonna go to the charger for the phone.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I want you to answer that. I want you to take that.
Right?
Isn't that a charger right there?
No. Where?
Right there. Oh, different
No, that's
phone.
mine. That's
I got mine. It's a 10-foot charger too. Thank you, brother.
No, they aren't going to be able to.
That's an easy answer.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's just a simple. Nope. I mean, you have.